What's going on? We have a problem, Houston. Right.
The Out There channel, Robert and Paul.
Please sub and share.
Searching for the truth. UFOs, aliens, greys and ufology. Real images, real stories, real videos, real cases, researched and investigated by professionals in the field and cutting-edge discoveries. Multiple witnesses, abduction accounts brought to you by Team The Out There channel. Good to be back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Whoops, I muted the mic. Going to the speakers. Yes, we get echo on some things. Looks like it's working on the mic. Had a glitch there at the start. The intro kept repeating because I didn't untick something. But it's looking like it's up and running now. I don't know if anyone's going to be joining me this time. I am running a bit late. I overslept. Stuff happens. Shit happens. So, just look at more UFO stuff on alleged UFO channels. I'm gonna have a laugh. Been given something to eat, so I'm trying to quickly eat it. Just putting up the side chat here. There we go. Almost ready. Yeah. Can't be too far away from people enjoying this, I guess. Let's see. Got half a sausage to go. Need two heads like that guy in Hitchhiker's Guide. What's his name? Can't remember. Safod, was it? I don't understand why, though. The last live stream was really, really good. There were some glitches. We got it ironed out, so next time, if Michael King comes on, should be plain sailing. But this story was quite an interesting one. Something that I wasn't expecting, actually. So if you want to go and listen to it, missed out on it, go back to the last 28, was it? Live stream 28. Chat with Paul stream, I mean. So I haven't had a look over everything. Yet. What's that back there? That's at the end. So yeah, let's just do a few checks here. Oh, don't want that one. That's for swearing on the chat system. So still not many people showing up. Looks like there might be one. I don't know why my eyes are a wee bit blurry at the moment. That's not good. UFO Jets, let's do that one. We'll just wait a minute. Well, I just do some checks here. And people join. And that I'd like to catch on my sky watching setup. Real ones, not emanated. Well, at least I had something to eat now. Late brunch. Yeah, let's begin. Third phase of the moon. They're always funny, so they should be laughable. And sure enough, we got a couple of things up. This thing here. So let's just go over it, because I have to bunk this one, I think, in the earlier stream.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report. UFO videos are on the rise, and we've got a plethora of them for you tonight. So buckle up, everybody. What is happening? We're going to find out.
So this one here, strange shape. Clearly it's a balloon. No doubt about it. And when people said, oh, what kind of balloon is it? Well, what you get is these printed each side character balloon. And they don't quite look right when they rotate around, right? Like it might have the Batman or Spider-Man on it. But when you rotate it around, it's not like three-dimensional. It's not like a normal three-dimensional one. Although you can get three-dimensional ones. So this bring up some. So you got Star Wars ones. Character helium balloon, which are quite big. Images. So they got these three-dimensional ones here you can get, and as they rotate around, the like what you see in the movies, you know, the full size, everything, the right size. And it looks like they put what's his name, Gugu or whatever his name is. So sometimes you'll see this one in some of the older UFO videos floating through the sky, claiming it was a critter balloon. which actually was once you enhance it, as you can see, it was a stormtrooper balloon. Look at that cute thing. So you can get it in a balloon now. I wonder how much it cost. So what would you do with that though? Because helium tends to leak out through miler slowly. It slowly deflates, right? Helium is still small enough molecule to... it's only £5, so what's that? About $10 our money, New Zealand. What's that? About $6 American, is it? So yeah, what's that in his ear? Don't know. He's got some fluffy bits in the ear, is it? Or was it earrings? What's that in his ear? It looks like it's just printed on whatever it is. It's probably illegally made. You know, it hasn't got Disney's permission or whatever. It's probably done in China. But anyway, so you get those ones, proper three-dimensional ones, and then you get the ones that are not three-dimensional, like these ones here. Have a different print on each side, or the same print on two sides. Is the audio working alright? Hello, hello. Looks like it's working alright still. Okay. So, this one here. Kind of looks like it's got a printed face here. It's got something printed at the top here. It's got some print going around the back of it. And some print either side of it. And I've seen that before. When searching balloons. So this is why I'm a balloon expert and Goofon's not. If you listen to his show about it, he didn't even pick it up. So what we're looking at is probably a parrot or bird balloon, which they normally sell at these places where they have a lot of wildlife balloons and cages, wildlife birds and cages, or parakeets and all that, which they would have in South America and also Mexico probably, because it comes from Jamie, my son, apparently, this parrot. Is it double R? Parrot. Just try that. So we got some coming up already in that shape. Right. Probably the closest one to fit it so far is this one here, but it's pointed in the wrong way. And you can see that some have side angles, some have more turned around angles, but it's only showing one side of the balloon, right? Here's one that's printed 3D, complete, right around. It's obviously not going to be that one. Here's one that's similar with the feet on the branch, but it's not that one. Would be good to find the exact one. Here's an example here of another one. Parrot Parade balloon. Okay, that one's fully three-dimensional though. So, parrot might not be the right word to use here. Get rid of character maybe. Let's try, white parrots are generally cockatoos. Cockatoo, is it? Is that how you spell it? Look, these white ones here. Yeah, so there are some balloon cockatoo parrots. It's not that one, it's not printed. I tried to look for it earlier when I was debunking it, right? And I couldn't quite pin the one I wanted. As you see, I preferred the high coloured ones, but I guarantee there is going to be a plain one. Animal party balloons there, see? There's more selection there. So they're not going to go us, not going to show us individually. Man, the nose is blocking up today, and I forgot to get my other nasal spray. Alright, so here's one that's got the two black feet, which I think is what we're seeing. I don't know if it could be that one. Let's have a look again. There, it looks like the two black feet. That's one side. Let's just keep on going.
In certain locations, the phenomenon is high, but then sometimes we don't know what's going on, and others we could figure it out. But let's get to the sky whirlpool right now, happening over the Mauna Kea of the Big Island, captured by the Subaru telescope. Watch this.
Okay, let's just get back to the parrot one.
Watch this.
And we'll come back to those ones. Where's the parrot one going? So that's...
An alien being, as we...
Okay, this is where it gets funny. But so you can see how far away it is, so you're not going to see...
Let's hit this with some...
anything printed on it, right? It kind of looks like a bird one there more. So the problem is we don't know how much the video's been played around with as well. With filters that sort of change the shape more. But you can see it's definitely got a parrot shape to it. You can see it's got the beak here, the typical budgie type head, parrot head. It's got the printed thing that side and the printed thing that side. That's where the feet would be. Definitely looks like a parrot balloon to me. So let's just grab something here and see if we can enhance it. So we're getting some more footage than I didn't see before. So where's my thing gone this time? Indeed, where's it disappeared to? My editing tool. So it doesn't keep the order here. It must be there, is it? Right. Because it keeps changing the icon, does it? Yeah, there it goes. It keeps changing the icon. Where's it gone now? Minimized it again. Is that it? No. Yeah, see what I mean? I really hate this new setup. It doesn't keep them in order. Anyway, let's just grab it full screen then. Select area. And grab that. Let's do our own enhancements on it without changing the quality of it. Apparently Jamie, my son's specialists, have played around with it. Okay. Why is that not minimized? Okay, so this got it, we got it. Let's run it through the editor and have another look at it. Pretty sure it's a parrot balloon though. I'm pretty good at this sort of stuff. Pattern recognition, 3D in the head. I've done it for 6 years now, so I've sort of trained myself. And when you look at lots of images, especially, and you see similar ones keep reoccurring. Okay, it kind of looks like a parrot balloon there, but it's very dark. Doesn't look very white though, so maybe it isn't a white cockatoo one. Maybe that's them mucking around with it. So this run it through the color curves. Brightness. There we go. Look. So now we start to see the correct colors happening in here. And you can see there's got a tail like a bird, and it's got the dark head. It's got a white bit on the belly, and it looks like the feet come round here. It's starting to look more like a budgie / parrot balloon. Okay. And why would you say would it be floating like that? Well, what they do is they put some weights in the bottom, so it's always up vertical, some lead weights or whatever. So let's run it through some color swapping, so we can change some of those blacks to other colors. Let's see what comes out. If we can see any patterns on it. And you can see there's definitely, looks like it might be multicolored. See how we're changing all those shades of black into colours. That kind of suggests that each of the blacks are not quite the same shade of black, right? So, again, it looks like it's got feet down here. It's got some blackness in the head, more blackness, maybe because of the poor colour capture of the camera. Yeah, it's starting to look more like one of those colourful parrot ones which I pointed out to start with. It's not too bad. And now that's probably where they went to. More the brightness side of things. Definitely looks like the feet would be here. And now we're getting artifacts around the outside, right? It's a bit shame that the head's not coming out more for us. And you can see the head's definitely got something printed on it there, but it's just too dark for this tool to give it to us. See, it's definitely a bird shape there as well. No matter how much we tweak it, it still looks bird-like. Standing on a visible branch. So that's the best we're going to probably get. But just muck around with that and gives you some ideas. So we went from that mess to be able to see various shades of blacks and stuff. So it gives you a good idea what's going on. So let's just keep on playing
stabilization and lock it down so we could get
so something happened there when it rotated. Now they reckon this just stabilized it. Now we're seeing that side of it there, and it's rotating. Now we see that side. I saw some color flashes then. looks really dark, doesn't it?
Let's hit this with
Now
some
this looks brighter. So this one looks more realistic than the other.
stabilization and lock it down. So
So why would it suddenly be white there? I reckon that's just let me just bring that into here. I think it's just overexposure and it's lost the colours. Let me just grab something here. Why can't that one stay in the same place when it's minimized? Nose. Okay. And the colour swap definitely looked like it had many colours, and the feathers, not plain white ones like that image is quite suggesting. But I think that's this camera artifact. Just open it up. It's opened. See, that's another annoyance thing in Windows. I wish things would stay in the same place. Or the more useful functions in the very top, you know, that you use all the time. It should have like a AI where it thinks, oh yeah, they're the most common ones. Stick it in the common use functions block. You know, Microsoft never ever really improve things. I don't know, they've sort of got I don't know what kind of people they hire, but they don't hire people that think outside the box, obviously. They just do as they're told. Programmers, Indian coders probably. So it kind of looks weird there, right? Everybody will focus on that because they think it's the eyes, right? They think it's like a demon's head or something. But yeah, when you compare it to that there, the angle, so that angle there, I think it's a bird that's sort of slightly bent around. It's not, it kind of looks like it's slightly bent there too, where it's kind of looking not straight on, but slightly got its head cocked, you know. And that looks like the beak. It could be a cockatoo, but that would be the beak that's got its head turned, and that would be its feet coming down, and that would be another foot coming down from the other side, and that would be the feathers. And yeah, it kind of looks, I just wonder if they mucked around with the aspect on this one. So let's run it through some filters again. Now if you muck around with the brightness, it's probably not going to do much. Right. Yeah, so it's funny how one seems to suggest more colours while this one doesn't. But it still could be a cockatoo balloon. So let's do the flip colours. Okay, now it looks more like a cockatoo, doesn't it? See that? The beak, the eye, the head. It's sort of looking around. It's a bit hard to tell whether that's the back or the front now, isn't it? The black marks here where the feet look like were. Could be looking at the back of the bird and the bird's turned its head around. So it has that shape to it, doesn't it? Well, here we go. You can make it all red, which is what I thought it would be. I thought it would be the red one. Whether they mucked around with the video colours, I don't know. it's possible that they mucked around with it. I never trust these channels. Again, that kind of looks like a back of one of those red parrots, right? And there's the beak there and the eye there. Anyone out there want to have their say on that? Of course, can join in if you disagree. So, keep on going.
So we could get a clear look at this pod, as I call it. It seems to be carrying some kind of almost humanoid within it. You can see a glint, a glare, but...
Okay, so you got the sun shining off it as it's spinning.
At points in this film or this video as we're looking at it, as we stabilize it in slow motion.
Okay, so is that loud enough for you to actually hear? Because I did turn it down a wee bit here for the intro. I'll just turn it up a wee bit.
Ocean. People are stating that they see some kind of being sitting within the pod like a cockpit, but we don't see any kind of means of propulsion behind whatever this craft is.
Okay, so obviously this is the sun shining off part of the mylar colorization, and if it's a cockatoo balloon that's white, you'd expect it to be more reflective than the red one. But yeah, you can see it's near the fat side, where it's sort of, you know, the two halves joined together. So the head, we know, was looking like it was coming around. And I think a lot of this is to do with shadow and casting shadow on itself because of the angle of the head. Plus what they mucked around with there. It looks like it's gone dark again.
It is, but as we zoom up, you can see some...
So they definitely mucked around with it, because now they're zooming. Let's just go back. So that looks white. It looks like a cockatoo, and it's got the back to us. That's what it looks like there. And we're just seeing the feet, or the dark side where the feet would go, which make the eyes.
At this pod, as I call it, it seems to be carrying some kind of almost humanoid within it. You can see a glint, a glare, but at points in this film or this video as we're looking at it.
Now, I would have been really happy to find that one. It's very similar to that one, I must admit. It's sort of, you can see how thick it is as it rotates around. But it's not quite the right one. Here's one 3-piece paper parrot. That one's got the headdress. So that's the difference between the male ones. And there's the red one here. The red type parrot. There's 15 centimeter ones. So this one is not turning around enough, so it can't be that one. And you never know, might stumble across it. Here's one that's sort of got the back to us and turned around. That one's sort of doing the same thing. Well, it looks like it, but basically you see it's sitting on a branch, and it's the front view. So it could be the front or back, because we ain't got enough details on it. I think it's 100% a parrot balloon. So it's laughable. They reckon it's a pod carrying someone inside. It gets more and more funny as we carry on. So, I'm breaking it down for fair use, of course. Let's see, get rid of cockatoo. Actually, get rid of parrot. Put cockatoo. I spelled it wrong. Cockatoo. Oh, quick. So there's the red one. Yeah, we're just not. Here's something now. Set balloon. 12-inch life-sized tropical. So could it be that we're looking at? A variation of it. It doesn't look like a balloon, but yeah, it just shows how lifelike it is. It's definitely lifelike. And that one's less like lifelike. So is that one. Tropical parrot party. Something rather balloon. Windy Day Fund. That's not balloon though. Come on, give us balloons. Balloons. So there's not many selections. What else can we try? Depends what keywords they used when they searched it. Balloon decorations. Might have to go get the nasal spray actually. It's terrible. Probably someone mowed their lawns around here, probably. Hay fever. Yes. So the question is, what was the location and all that sort of stuff? We're probably not going to find out. Yes, we could find out whether there was a bird facility for tourists in that area where they can buy the balloons. Probably they gave it to a kid and the kid let it slip away. And the parents will say, "You're not getting another one, that cost me $20. So, you know, we can find real ones. It has almost the same, you know, the right angle. Printed pillows. But where's all the balloons? All the blue ones like the other ones. I'd say it'd be less popular. Parrot balloon. People want colourful ones like that. So it could be red. We did have to muck around with it. So it's getting closer to it, that one there. I think. There's that one again. We want to see all angles of it though, really. So and there's another one of a longer tower. And the black beak this time. So let's get close to it too. So I think we're looking at something like that. And you can see they've got some big ones here. Could it be something like that one? Another one with a more pronounced back. And could be that one. Still not quite right though. I think that's what I used on my Twitter to bank for it. Let's see. Not sure if I've done this one before or not. But since I brought it up again, I think I may have only done it as a picture. And I posted it on Twitter here. And I forgot to bring it up. That one there is a rocket launch. We'll get to that one probably. Where's my one with the picture? Under the heli stuff. I do post a lot of stuff. Yeah, what have we got here? No, that was the person defending them. And that's the same one. Where's the bird? Man, it's a lot of stuff. It's a bad picture. Man, it's going down a long way. Must be here somewhere. What's that one? No. Yeah, I'm sure I posted it here. Yeah, why can't I see it though? Oh, here we go. Man, that's a long scroll down, wasn't it? So there's that one I said just like before, and found an angle that sort of fit it. But it hasn't got the right towel, right? But we did see some other ones there that seemed to be a better fit. So that was an enhancement of another angle. And that might not be the colour of it, but it still could be a cockatoo. So, yeah. I think I've nailed it here. That's some variations here as well, you see. So there's got to be more out there to choose from. And this one doesn't look right though, too long. Here's another one. Looks closer match, but the wrong colour beak. It's bound to be the right one out there. It's just we can't do a side-by-side match. There you go. Hot air balloon. Could it be a hot air balloon even? Depends how far away it is. So it may even be not a helium one, but it could be a hot air balloon. So does that mean... Now why can't we see the basket though? The basket would have to be down here somewhere. So I still think it's a helium one. But anyway, just carry on.
As we stabilize it in slow motion, people are stating that they see some kind of being sitting within the pod like a cockpit, but we don't see any kind of means of propulsion behind whatever this craft is. But as we zoom up, you can see some kind of, as people are saying, an alien.
So they've looked at the reflection there of the sun, of the crinkles of the balloon, and they're saying it's got an alien being in it. That's just hilarious. That's classic pareidolia right there. What's happened over here? Yes, so who's on? Just one person?
Being as we enhance it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is interesting. Look at this. This isn't what we're trying.
Okay, so they're trying to see a reflection. They're trying to match it to an alien head. And we see that all the time with screw heads, out of focus screw heads. So it's reflecting off the printed thing on the balloon and forming an alien. Is that confirmation bias though, where people want to see alien sitting in it and they're just seeing it, and our heads are wired that way? Why would they change it? Looks like it's been edited there, doesn't it? Let me see. I'll grab the first one here and see if I can get anything like they've got here. They're claiming, not without some major editing. Grab that one there. Ooh. My legs go to sleep. I'm still waiting for my damn pillows to arrive so I can get this table over the bed properly organised. So they keep having holidays here. What is it this time? Anzac weekend. Last weekend was Easter. It's annoying. Especially with COVID and, you know, they're back on their parcel deliveries by months. Damn it. No. I'm going to have to sit up more. Something's moved underneath me where I got the memory foam, because then you get pinched nerve. The rest of the pillow that was behind me, it disappeared too. It's really annoying. Why can't pillows keep in the same place? It's annoying. I can't work on that angle. I'm frustrated. Let's see. I'm going to have to readjust myself here. Give me a minute. I'll be back to process that alien. I'm going to get the nasal spray too. Let's do it. Right. see if that nasal spray helps. Let's see if I can organise myself. Got the pillows here. Cold, but nope. Straight away they fall down. Alright, so we can start to breathe again. Ooh-wee. So where were we? Alien. Where is it? There's only one. Yeah, I'm out of breath. So I have to breathe through my mouth and talk. Plus I didn't take a fluid pill today, which I think I get fluid on the lungs at the moment, which normally happens when you get a heart attack. But my heart feels good and I haven't detected anything. Well, if I go quiet, you know what's happened. I've kicked the bucket. Okay. So that's going to be an alien, they claim. Not looking good so far to me. Got occurs. So let's see what we can do. There's a so-called alien. Okay, it's not looking as clear as their one, is it? You have to play around with it. Back the background. Okay, so you can see the legs. Not really convincing alien grey though. It looks like it's got one big eye and a big chin at the moment. I think Jamie, my son's specialist, mucked around with us. Still looks like a big chin, alien grey. So yeah. You could say it was a human, even. But that's what we want to see. That's how our heads are wired. That's just a flash. So we go back to where it was rotating, where they got it from. They got it from there. And of course we don't know how much mucking around they did at that stage with the RGB and all that.
Let's hit this with some stabilization and lock it down so we could get a clear look at this pod, as I call it. It seems to be carrying some kind of almost humanoid within it.
So going around the outside here. So they're saying it's got a humanoid inside, but this alien is actually on the outside.
You can see a glint, a glare, but at points...
So there, where it sort of stops rotating, that's where the alien is. It's definitely light reflection, right? It's like seeing dead relatives and dust particles when they're doing ghost hunting, right? My dead relatives were in lint. Poor bastards.
In this film or this video, as we're looking at it, as we stabilize it in slow motion,
Sounds like he's almost having an orgasm. Slow it down.
people are stating that they see some kind of being sitting within the pod like a cockpit, but we don't see any kind of means of propulsion behind.
Yeah, it's just reflection. That's probably part of the printing on it. So what could it be if it wasn't an alien head? Could it be part of the claw? It could be, couldn't it? That's where it's on. It's got his three little toes coming down. I reckon it's part of the claw, and that's going up into the body, you know. The claw, and the claw at the back. And it's meant to be over maybe a branch. Maybe it's got a printed branch on the front as well. And they're calling it an alien. Let's see, let's change our mentality to thinking that is a printed claw on the front. And focus on that aspect of it. Now, it could be the top of the parrot's leg, you know, it's got fur, it's got kind of knuckles. Claw, which we can't quite see. Let's reset that. Top of the foot. Yeah, it doesn't look very much alien there, does it? Kind of looks like a guy. Kind of looks like Tyler Klockner. There's his baseball cap on there, and nose, his eyebrows. But he hasn't got a goatee, he's decided to rear a beard, moustache instead. It still looks like it could be a claw coming down here. Claw. And a back claw. So if you have a look at a parrot, there's the claws on this particular balloon, right? Which will make those two legs that we're looking at. And it's going up, so we need to find a better picture of a real one. So there's the back claw going down that way, which they're saying is an arm. There's one of the bigger toes and the smaller toe. Let's go back to the video.
Behind whatever this craft is, but as we zoom up, you can see some kind of, as people are saying,
yeah, that's where the leg would be, wouldn't it? Top of the leg comes down to a claw.
an alien being as we enhance it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is interesting. Look at this. This isn't what.
To me, it looks like they put something in there, right? We didn't get the eyes when we mucked around with it. See that there? They've colorized it. They put it into editor and mucked around with it. Sneaky little buggers.
We're trying to put out as legitimate, but again, this is.
But yeah, if you look at this one here, that looks like a claw of a printed parrot balloon, right? Maybe it's not the back toe we're seeing, but that could be still a back toe going up this way on a branch of some sort.
Compelling, to say the least. Has anybody seen any kind of craft like this pod? And again,
Yes, I have.
as the enhancements were done on Jaime Maussan's team, these images came up of it being within the pod itself. And
Jaime Maussan's team are useless.
again, more evidence through the history of the exact same kind of vehicle. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, this one's highly unique. We're looking at a casing, a pod, and when we do have close-ups, like again, this is captured in 2006, and now right here, here's another example of like kind craft with Jose Hernandez. This is an animation of what people.
Okay, so they emanated it, right, to the confirmation bias. And this is what they believe it is. Now, that's the problem looking at poor quality videos. It's a bit like the Alien Grey and Mojo's one, but you can see them, their heads turned down and look down. We're not looking at pareidolia there, we're definitely looking at something that's that shape. You can see the arms moving, the hands moving on the panel, but this one here is based on totally pareidolia.
Are seen. This is not the real deal. This is an example of what people are seeing, and there it is.
That looks like a strange, spooky coffin to me. So it was nothing like that, was it, in the video? You can see how they've sort of now trying to play around with people's minds out there, thinking, oh, this is what we're actually seeing. And that's not where the reflection was. The alien was being reflected off down the side here, not inside.
Is the ET and the craft, and then we're going to go to the original here pretty soon. Here's a comparative of something that was captured over a city. This is very compelling.
So again, could it be another parrot balloon? Very poor quality, isn't it?
These kind of pods, are these exports of
So it could be one of those other character balloons like Batman, Spider-Man.
extraterrestrials, maybe visiting planet Earth. Here it is, a close-up, and now back to the original. And look at this. It almost looks like a glass dome encased in this pod-like shape. Is there an extraterrestrial inside this? Is a big question.
These guys are really
All
good.
I know, Brian, is I
talking
want
crap.
one of these things. It seems safe. I don't see any propeller blades or any kind of propulsion that could malfunction. This seems like something we could actually fly around in.
Okay, so now we've got a location. Denver. Okay, so not too sure if there's any bird things in Denver. Suppose we could look it up. Denver, that's Rocky Mountains, isn't it? Parrots. What do you call it? Sioux. Denver. I don't know. Here we go. Up close. Parrots, Denver Zoo. Okay, let's have a look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they got some parrots. But didn't show us much today. You probably have to go to people's videos that visit. Images. Here we go. Alright, you can handle them. And there's the red and blue ones, not fully red. And there's a full red one. Aha! They got a cockatoo! So, the question is, do they have also balloon? Let's see, Denver Sioux balloons. Let's try that one. Oh shit, what happened there? I think I hit the F key of some sort. Balloon. Shop. Denver Sue. Ah! That's because I wasn't watching what I was typing. Aha! Boo at the Sioux. What's that there? Ah, they got balloons. And they got character balloons. What's that on the roof? Denver Sioux, shopping and dining. Have they got any parrot balloons though? Looks like it's a big place. Okay, let's try parrots. Okay. Does it say Denver Sioux at the bottom? Denver Sioux on that one. Parrot balloon, not Denver Sioux. America's Lost Parrots. Oh, here we go. Parrot balloon. No, it's not Denver Sioux. Let's put in quotes just to make sure. You never know, might get lucky. Believe annual reports. What's that one there? Draft. What's that got to do with parrot? Maybe I haven't got many balloon, just balloon soon Denver. You think we'd get something? It's not looking good. What's that one there? Mixed media. Looks like a painting. Looks like we're not going to get lucky. Unless it's on a video. Shopping all. Mitchell, cockatoo, image of bird. I'd say they'd have character balloons there. It looked like they had one on the roof anyway. Perhaps someone that knows the area or the Sioux could confirm that. But yeah, I don't think it's so personal. One alien carrier.
And if this is what the future might look like in regards
Hey,
to
Gaiman,
ways
how's
of
it going?
travel and traversing to one place
Thought it's
to
going to be
another,
all alone today.
this seems pretty comfortable because as we're looking at it, it seems like it's a one man or a one being.
So what do you reckon of this silly
system.
one?
You can't
You're
really
still
fit
there. I'm not sure
a
if
whole
you're still
family in
around.
there. It's not an SUV, but as we're looking at it once again, and with this video stabilization, which is pretty impressive because the camera was pretty shaky, but the object was able to be locked down under this stabilization, so we
You
can
can see it's a
see
parabolic.
very clearly what's going on here. This is some kind of craft that I've not seen before. Guys, can you help me out? Have you seen anything like this? If it is some kind of drone or a new kind of, balloon out there. Right
Blah,
now, I
blah,
haven't
blah,
seen
blah,
it.
blah.
Like you said, Brent, you could see like a glass shield.
We're not
And as we
experts.
pause this,
Remember, they're not
like
experts.
I said, people are speculating. And again,
And
speculation.
certainly
but
Jamie
it's pretty
Masson and his
undeniable that it
panel
looks
of
to be
experts are
some
not
kind
experts.
of alien gray with the large head and the large eyes.
God.
And the spindly arms. It's interesting, but this is actually
He's
coming
laughing,
from
see?
imagery from the video.
He knows it's
This
bullshit.
is kind of cool.
Yeah, could this be a little bit of pareidolia? Just looking into it a little
Yes,
too
there's a
deep.
bit of
But then
pareidolia.
again, this is kind of
Pareidolia.
convincing, highly compelling video. Again, we're just watching an episode
Pareidolia.
on 60 Minutes showing drone technology and the way of the future of flight. You could clearly see that everything's
These guys
pulled
are
up by
idiots.
prop propellers. We're not seeing anything propped up here. This does not look like a drone. And again, this 2006 video with comparison of what was just captured recently,
Wanna
and
get
the
50
animation right
views?
here of what people are seeing on.
Mine breakdown of this will get 50 views on YouTube, and they got 41. And 2,000 likes. And what are they saying here? The pod is something I've seen before. Me too. It's a parrot balloon. What's it? I dubbed it the chair. Because the entity does sit in it as well. I think I've debunked that chair one too. It turned out to be another character balloon. I've seen one sitting and one standing. Yeah. Stormtrooper one standing. As abundant as drones seem to be, compact and instant deployment, why don't we see any videos from them? If there is actually real footage of pods floating in the air, I mean, that is incredible. See, these people, if they were just showing my video breakdown, they'll say, now it makes all sense, right? But because these people don't watch the right channel, they're none the wiser, and it's a damn shame. I'm in two minds about the so-called extraterrestrial and its craft. To be honest, I've looked at it on my computer and blow it up with some software, and I have installed and got me seriously into looking very much like it's been created by CGI. No, you still need to do some learning. Okay, I've seen the same portal looking. Okay, we've got to look at those other parts in the video that we skimmed over. What's interesting is the Native American gentleman is performing the... Okay, that's another part of the video. So we'll go over that in a minute. I had reoccurring dreams of objects flying around above the clouds. So what's that got to do with the video? Just a reflection of the glass type material on front of the glass. No, it's not. It's this reflection of the Mida balloon. And cameras are very sensitive to light, but they're not really, if they're zooming in, it's not going to show us any detail unless they're zooming in optically rather than digitally. Has anyone actually said it's balloon? That little being is identical to the one Dr. Greer got into a photo in the desert. He's talking about the flying Cupid. I've debunked that one too. That was a hoax for sure. I believe what they may have done is either had a line between two trees ready set up for doing the surprise show to the followers there to make them believe. But the other way would be to have a drone way up that you can't hear it. And just have a long cable that comes down and just float over the party. And someone in the tree line giving directions. No, too high up, go around again, come back down another 10 meters. But I suppose they could do that pre-program it with GPS. And once you've got the flight path proper during the daytime, just send it up on that GPS heading and just fly that Cupid over the top of the people, and I think it's a alien angel. But yeah, go and have a look at my breakdown of that one. It's called Greer CE5 Movie Part 1, Part 2. Took quite a lot because it's quite a long movie, so it had lots of clips in it that I looked at. I looked at pretty much all of them, and there's quite a lot of fakes in it, and CGI, and misidentified, of course, and hoaxes. So yeah, I don't think there's any one that's saying it's a balloon here, which is a bit shocking. As for the Denver video, another channel mentioned it to be an unmanned Palladian, what is it? Palladian scout type vehicle. See, this is the people that go to contact in the desert. They got no clue. There's a large sphere shape. Rescue capsules. Well, no one's got any clue there. So let's go back over the other video. That one's debunked. You know, it's definitely cockatoo parrot looking at us there, the wings and the feet. Blah, blah, blah. And they normally tuck up their feet into the things. So I reckon that's like a bent claw. And the other one they tuck up inside. They normally have one foot under the feathers, keep them warm, and the other one keeping them on the post. If you ever own budgies like we did. They're quite comical little characters. They can make a lot of noise. And they can be really naughty too. Let's just go back. Look at the other stuff.
Now, happening over the Mauna Kea of the Big Island, captured by the Subaru telescope. Watch this.
Subaru is what we call it here. Could it be a rocket launch? SpaceX. Kind of looks like a rocket launch, doesn't it? It creates that spiral effect. Oh, Elon Musk, you're alien. Yeah, I reckon it's a rocket launch. Again, you'd have to look at what date it was. Is that another bright light down there?
So let's
like a
pull it up.
stage?
It's about 100%. Get a closer look at whatever this swirling anomaly is in the sky. But now we have some updates. What happened over Hawaii is basically a decaying SpaceX rocket that created a unique night spiral. The Subaru telescope recorded the video, the flying whirlpool as it's dubbed, over the Mauna Kea on Sunday, hours after the California-based Falcon 9 rocket successfully launched a spy satellite for the U.S. National Reconnaissance Office into orbit. So what we're looking at isn't extraterrestrial, it's something that is ours. And it's coming in from the Falcon 9 rocket that was launched from California, but captured by the cameras over there on the top of the mountain,
Easy
the
to
Mauna
make that
Kea.
one.
So this is pretty incredible, but people are still suggesting that this video is like some.
And that's where Mr. Ken was. My name is Kia.
kind of portal. Yeah, it's pretty incredible just to look at.
Yeah, let's close down some of this funny stuff today. And it's from Third Phase. I think people must watch it when they're drunk and just want a good laugh. Let's see. Probably I should have saved it so I can use it on a thumbnail. But anyway, I got the originals there. I can zoom in. Okay, we got a couple watching. Who's out there?
Look at this on the big island of Hawaii, having this rocket launch from so far away, and we're able to see this in pretty crystal clarity right here. This spiral cruising from left to right.
So that would be where California is it, or is it Florida? It'd have to be California because the island's on the other side of California, isn't it? Let me just see. It's in the Pacific, is it? Huh. Why? How'd you spell the damn place? I always get caught out on it. No. Doesn't look right. Y-E. Y-E. Doesn't quite look right. No I in it. Okay. So, maps. Whereabouts are they? These guys in America will know straight away because you probably go there on holiday. Okay, let's go out. There we are. So that is opposite California. So where would the SpaceX there? Can we actually map that on? Launch pads. Space X. See locations. Okay, that's what we want. Bingo. Now Hawaii was down there. Was it? Or do they have a SpaceX facility on the island itself? Let me just have a look. Where's it disappear into? Marshall Islands. Maybe not. So where's it going to? Where's it gone to? I've lost it. Oh, there it is. How does it say there? Is that Hawaii? No. SpaceX Launchpad. Where is it though? Oblique. Where's that? Never heard of it. Does Elon Musk own the island or something? I suppose that's where they first started, way out of nowhere. So if it went wrong, crashed into the sea, and was likely to kill people. Looks like it's a load of little islands. Part of what though? Federated States of Micronesia. So it's part of Marshall Islands. Okay, so where was Hawaii to that lot? It was closer, wasn't it, up here? Is that it there? Oh yeah, there we go. So definitely they're looking out this way. So yeah, we've got a couple of facilities there. And California. Long Beach, and up near the Air Force Base too. Space launch. Landing zone, okay. So let's just go back. It's quite interesting seeing where all the locations is for SpaceX. And there's, I thought there was some in Florida, but it's actually on the other side, isn't it? Cape Canaveral up here somewhere, aren't they? NASA. So they got one just off the coast of Mexico there, is it? Mexico, and where's that? Texas, is it? I can't see the labels. I have to zoom in. Austin, yeah, Texas. And of course we get Tornado Alley going through this way, don't they? Straight through there in that location. It doesn't sound like a really good place to build a launch pad. So we got some in the other countries apart from those. Looks like not. I thought they had some more over Middle East way. I thought they had one over here. But they must be using someone else's launch pad if that's the case. Anyway, that was interesting. Learned something new there.
It's an astonishing sight. If people were on the ground looking at this, they would be stunned. Again, to see this event in real time over the Mauna Kea on the Big Island of Hawaii is extraordinary.
Absolutely, Brett. It is quite astonishing, especially that this was coming in from SpaceX over there in California, but made its landing over here in Hawaii, captured by the Subaru telescope as this Falcon 9 descended down into the Pacific Ocean on a landing platform floating out there. Incredible technology captured.
So they got a floating platform still they use. I guess they have it out there for emergency, so it must come from that Martian islands then.
By cameras on the mountain.
So it's quite boring and they're making a big deal of it. So, strange glowing object.
As this next video, as we're about to share with you, we have no idea what it is. Take a look at this mysterious glowing light.
Looks like a plane above the cloud level to me. I see that all the time. Looks like it's in a funny add-on lens as well. Looks like a clip-on lens on a smartphone. Yeah, that's just a plane. Again, this is why you got to use the apps, guys. Got to use the apps, like I do in my Nick Skywatching. So you got the actual camera filming, and you got the apps that are tracking anything that's above, based on computer data that's being transmitted over the internet. All these remote locations would have, like, you know, if you ain't got cell phone access, 5G, then you probably could get one of those expensive satellite phones for internet. I think the Starlink program will solve that problem though. Soon you'll be able to get a special handheld device where you can get internet on the road, right, anywhere in the world, because you've got all those satellites above that you can connect into. How much that'll cost, I don't know. Yeah, it's just
So we're going to zoom it up 70%, get a closer look. Is there an object above the cloud layer revealing itself through its luminous light? It doesn't seem to be a spotlight, in my opinion. It seems whatever this is, where the light is coming from, is above the cloud layer,
lights
shooting
and
down.
landed gear lights.
If this is the case, it's quite interesting, because as we look at this original video right here, raw, we're looking at it once again, it seems to be coming behind the tree line there, indicating that whatever it is coming from in the sky, not from the ground. Otherwise you would have saw a spotlight on the trees. And then again, the
a
diameter
plane
of
on a
this craft
flight
is
path.
quite large. I'm guessing probably maybe 40 to 60 feet in diameter. Brent, I want to get your thoughts here.
No.
Yeah, again, another unique capture right here. You can see the tree line and this luminescent object just highlighting in the clouds.
You can't tell
kind
us
of
how big
hiding
that's
itself.
gonna be.
We don't see a craft. That's the interesting part here. We don't see a structure. We're just seeing illuminated light highlighting the clouds around it. This is very unique. I like the way the
Clouds
security
under
camera
it.
really captured the whole event. And now we got a good close-up looking at this anomaly. It doesn't look like your typical helicopter with
No, it looks like a jumbo jet. Anyway, we're going to talk crap about that for ages. UFO on NBC.
Footage captured on NBC News. We're watching it right now. Apparently, there was this mission to save lives in the ravaged Navajo Nation.
Oh, yeah,
but what was
that will
captured
do
in
it.
the background during this
This will have
report
a
is
knees up
astonishing.
party.
Watch.
Save the world.
It only lasts for a few seconds, but people are starting to talk about this on social
God.
media. Is this the infamous Tic Tac captured for only a few frames on
More
national
likely to be a
television
plane.
via NBC News?
Whereabouts?
We're looking at it very close. We're not seeing any kind of
Looks like a
tail or
plane.
wings on this. It's hard to say, but again, people are talking about this in the major media right now and on social
Garbage.
online chat rooms. But Brent, what's your thoughts on this? Is this a Tic Tac or
What's
simply-
my thoughts is you should have used an app to verify whether there were any planes flying where they were filming. It's not that hard, people. But you'd have to pay a license, to get gold access to be able to play it back to the appropriate day, probably. Hopefully it's not too old. Again, we've got no time or date, so we can't really plug it in.
just maybe an airplane?
Yeah, it's kind of
course it
interesting.
is.
The major media really puts out their information when it comes down to UFOs, and it's usually a lackluster. We're given a heads up by Alex, our friend, our panelist, and he says, hey, take a look at this, guys, and this is good. This is something unique, and I'm really happy that the major media is kind of maybe clamping down a little bit and not laughing off the UFO phenomenon. And now we're seeing this kind of this dance happening around the desert. Did this invite the UFO? The people might
Oh
say,
no, not the CE5 Dr. Greer dance routine. Garbage. I just wonder they don't put up a link saying, buy Dr. Greer's CE5 package here, $100, whatever it is, $1,000.
say that.
Yeah, absolutely. But what's interesting, too, is that I don't think the major media is actually admitting that they captured anything. They're just showing this run on the Navajo Indians during this unfortunate events that's been happening. They should do a follow-up on this. We're doing the enhancements, and we want to thank Richard Giordano from GoofOn for actually doing some of these enhancements, helping us out as we've been on the road trip, going over the UFO footage on a daily basis. Gets a little tricky as
Well,
we're
that explains
working on
why it's
multiple
pretty bad then. Goof on doing enhancements.
angles of aspects trying to get you the information to disclosure. But once again, I'm not seeing any kind of
No filters, no real zooming. That explains
lights
a lot.
coming off this. It's moving quickly. It's behind the clouds. Again, guys, I want to get your thoughts.
Really poor editing job. Goof on. Stupid. Anyway, that's a plane. What we got now? Balloon? Okay, I don't know. Got nice trees.
All right, let's blow this up about 400%.
Okay, that kind of looks like a
Richard's
weather
doing
balloon
some
at the moment.
enhancements for us as we're looking at it. What is this spherical object? It seems metallic, but what's crazy is you could hear the wind. It's bustling.
Yep. And you
The
can see it's
treetops are
with the
moving
rain.
from left to right, but this thing seems to be descending down into the woods in the middle of nowhere. What's it doing out there? Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a good video. Thanks, Rich, for having this sent to us. This is unique. We're looking at something over the treetops. It's quite far away, so we're not getting the best look at what this is. You know, it could be a balloon, but the spherical object, it has this roundness that doesn't look like your natural balloon with a tether on it. This looks somewhat different. This is unique. Again, here's a
Bullshit.
still zoomed at
Looks like a weather
400%.
balloon to me.
Again, we're not going to.
That's a typical weather balloon, right? And the weather balloons are those white ones that start at 7 feet and gradually grow to big 32 feet. As they get up to 100,000 feet, of course. Because low pressure outside and the gas inside creates more pressure and expands as it goes up. So here's the balloon when it first inflated at 7 feet. And they gradually get bigger. And depending on how much payload you got and how much it weighs, it can make a tear shape. And there's another one example. They can look round, but they also can have a tear shape to it, depending on how much weight there is. And of course the brand, different competitors probably make them stronger. Cheap Chinese ones probably. That one's really tear-shaped. That one's probably from China. That one's more round. See, it's all different. So, and you can even get red ones, which is very uncommon. That's the only time you would want to track it would be to be red, wouldn't it? The white ones, you don't want people to be alarmed about it passing over their heads. So, there you go. I remember when I showed this on my debunk of Goof on talking about Mila balloons, I said, this is a real weather balloon. And he's saying that, when I was doing it, that it wasn't a weather balloon. He was thinking like this one here, 2-story high altitude balloon. So yeah, and then he started abusing me on other episodes kept coming out. He couldn't stop talking about me. It's funny as really, but he did actually cause a lot more damage with Dr. J Radio. Putting a strike on me. And then I lost all the watchers, of course, because they didn't want to migrate over to Twitch for some reason, which was a damn shame.
Whole lot of quality out of this, but we do see an object descending down to the ground. I could rule this as a possibly one of ours, a balloon, maybe a drone, something, maybe.
Okay, that's it. We got any more? We got the parrot balloon now. I thought there was something about a vortex.
Of like kind
Propeller blades
in the skies.
coming in as we speak. So
Okay, I'm not sure. I thought there was something about vortex. Maybe that was that space one. Here we go for time anyway. It feels like a long time here. 1 hour 39 minutes. Just on the parrot balloon. That's just like the helicopter balloon, right? But you got to do a thorough job on it, right? As people keep coming back to you saying that's not that. I've done my best with it. If they just put up another video, they have to, haven't they? 11 views. Right, it's premiere coming up. It looks like a Bigfoot one. There. When's that gonna premiere? Let's have a look. 27 hours away. Oh well, we've got some more content to come tomorrow, probably. Okay, this next one, they're going to recap that stupid parrot one.
Sholo to meet up with Travis Walton, the famous abductee. We're going to be asking him.
Famous faker! Well, that's got loud all of a sudden, isn't it? Let me just bring that down again.
Him questions unlike anybody's asked him before, including more updates in regards to Stephen Greer and our new documentary, Above Top Secret, which is blowing up on all streaming platforms right now. But let's get to the first UFO sighting into Third Phase Moon right now, guys.
So if Travis Walton is quite happy to go on this guy's channel, that just proves me beyond doubt that he's a fraud. Anyone that wants to go on Third Phase of the Moon to promote themselves is a fraud in ufology. And same with Security, who is a proven hoaxer of UFO videos. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you haven't been keeping up with the real truth on ufology and ufologists.
Take a look at this.
Yeah, so what have we got here? Kind of looks like a full streak hole, but it can't be because it's at night time and we don't see any stars through it, do we? Could that be low cloud? Kind of looks like a full streak hole, doesn't it? Or someone's done some crazy editing and multiple people on the thing. How many people recorded it? If that's in the sky over a city, it's going to be at least a few thousand videos of it out there from different people, surely. Let's see, full streak hole. You know what I'm talking about? There's a special type of hole in the cloud system that occurs depending on the temperatures and the air currents. Full streak, what are they? Okay. I've got some pictures here of various ones. Okay, they kind of look like UFO holes. Houston. That one's not really symmetric. I've seen better ones than that. What they say? Full streak hole, also known as a hole punch cloud, is a large circular or elliptical gap that can appear in, what's that last word? Cirrocumulus or what's that say? Melilius clouds. Don't ask me. I normally would get it to read out, but anyway, high to mid-level clouds such as altacumulus are often composed of tiny water droplets that are much colder than the freezing have yet to freeze. Okay. These super cooled water droplets need a reason to freeze. Planes passing through. Right. Yeah, that's right. They're triggered by a plane passing through the cloud layer, and then suddenly it goes bing into a hole. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that on some of the videos out there. So yeah. It's like a catalyst. The plane itself, because it's got hot engines, causes a sudden trigger of the hull to form images. Just see if we can see some better ones. It's hard to believe that planes create it. So this one's similar to the video. That one there. But is it one of these? I don't know. It kind of looks like it. There's a good one. It's got over cloud, fluffy bits of cloud, and so would you see stars through it? Well, it's possibly that maybe you won't, because we're not seeing that fluffy over cloud inside it. I think it's a full streak hole, but I could be wrong. Could it be just a cloud?
What the F is this? Third Phase of Moon's breaking down what looks to be an
Notice he said F, full streak hole. See, he's giving you a clue.
incredible display of the phenomenon. A black circle surrounded by a luminescent light. You can see the cars in brake mode. They're
But
looking.
you can also see cloud cover there, can't you? It looks like it's on a video. But why haven't we got more videos of this particular event, especially on a news channel? That would end up on a weather channel, wouldn't it? This again, let's just run it through the editor. Damn, my throat's going funny. Okay. I'm surprised no one else said it was a full streak hole. Why they haven't even said that. Now, if you're a credible channel, you say it kind of looks like a full streak hole, but is it? Blah blah blah. Not being honest, I don't want to. Maybe because it is, you know, and they don't want to mention what it is. They want to keep it like a portal to another universe or UFO. That's what I hate about this YouTube UFO channels. It's all about getting the views and the money from it. Hopefully through super chats, because Ad Bunny's pretty crap. Unless you got like Tyler amount of views, where you can get up to $500 to $1,000 every video. Okay, let's okay, you got brightness. Does look like two cloud meetups. So you can see it's cloud all around, and you can see there's some cloud inside, just like I said, like you can see on those other pictures. It's a full streak hole at night time. Let's flip the colours, see what we get. Now we should start to see the different cloud covers, layers in the darkness. And there we go. That's what we're not seeing any stars in between. You can see all the different colour layers of blackness, clouds, hidden clouds. You can see it's overlapping here from this cloud layer here. There's a cloud layer there, Then you got another one behind. And that's how the filters can really help you out to see what's going on. And you can start to see different layers of clouds, and they reflect the same sort of light, so they are a certain colour black, right? Or a certain colour white or whatever. But yeah, definitely looks like a 4 streak hole to me. And yeah, I don't think we want to spend too much time on that. But they're probably going to spend ages on
They
it.
can't explain what's going on, and neither can I. And we're here with Doc Skinner right in Sholo, Arizona. We're going to be going over incredible evidence tonight. But
Doc Skinner hasn't
what's
got a
going on
clue
here?
about
This
anything.
is incredible. First thoughts, Doc Skinner.
Well, I'm actually saying
He's not actually a doctor, by the way. And because he's got the same last name as me, he's not related by any means. So yeah, he's no expert.
this for the very first time, and I am flabbergasted
Clueless.
because I've seen smoke rings, but not with a black interior like that. I don't know what to say on this one. God, this is, like I said, this is the first time I'm seeing this. How
Useless,
is it that there's
useless.
such a dark cavern-looking space within this ring?
It's not though. If you just
I mean,
looked at
it
it,
can't be a trick of light, could it? And
Yeah, you're right. Right on, Doc. This is great performance right here. This is some of the best video I've seen this past week. We've been on the road trip, and right now we're hanging out with Doc Skinner in Sholo, Arizona. We just traveled almost 300 miles, and we're sharing it with
Blah,
Doc
blah,
right
blah,
now.
blah.
And we're all looking at this for the first time. Look at this ring of fire, and inside is this black mass that looks something otherworldly.
the ring of fire is just more dense ice crystals. And it's just reflecting some of the ambient light, possibly from the moon, which we're not seeing in that picture whereabouts it's
I wonder
located.
if people were on the ground, if there's multiple videos of this, and if so, we sure...
And you saw when I was done the filters, it was more reddy colour. You can see there's a lot of red lights.
Want to see
there.
it. You know, what's
Reflecting off the
incredible too is
The red lights reflecting off the thin cloud cover.
We're going to rule out any kind of CGI. In my opinion, what we're looking at is legit footage. And that
Okay, so it looks like the moon's going to be over here, and that lighting up the cloud here in red is meant to see lights or traffic lights or something there.
that's why we're sharing it with you. We don't have the answers
or
They don't
open,
have
and
the
we
answers.
Don't see that.
for time. Guys, and we've got more videos.
Okay, so that one's, stupid, isn't it? Contrail, it's going to be a jet plane, right? No brainer there. It should even be on a UFO channel, unless you're using it as an example. And that would be a 3-engine
let's
one.
roll this.
Okay, engine on each wing and a tail fin one probably.
Again, we're going to get a closer look. We see multiple.
Again, as I keep saying, this is where you have to use your apps with your sky watching and rule it out straight away. In fact, I can see the plane in front here. Right, if I zoom in like they haven't done, can you see the plane, people? You can see the light just reflecting off it there. There it is. And we knew it would only be a few pixels. And normally it's 10 to 20 or more gap between the hot engines fumes coming out that causes the ice crystals to form way behind. again, it's a bit like the 4-streak hole. It needs that heat trigger to suddenly cause the ice crystals to form. And that's what a contrail is. Okay. Opposed to when you see a plane spraying, you can see it coming off the wings itself. But these ones are caused by engines. There are occasionally ones that form over the wings as well. Contrails, special sort of heat level layer in the air, where the wings itself can actually cause the crystals to form, rather than the hot engines. But that's another day. Debating chemtrails versus contrails, but that's more Mick West's side of things. But yeah, we can see the plane way in front there. Easy bunk.
Lights appear and reappear moving across the screen, but I'm zooming in closer and slowing things down to...
In fact, we saw more of the plane light up then, just before.
Behind the contrails.
Okay, so let me just get this one.
So videos.
Let's see if we can get it again. That's the plane in front, I think. We just missed something happen there. Let me just see. Maybe it's not the plane in front, maybe it's some other thing. Okay, we need to zoom into that, which they haven't done. Right, you can see it's a plane now. You can see the wings. See the wings are angled backwards. You can see the wings, like a black bit in between. I wish I could point to it when I'm zoomed in the right level here. Okay, you can see that's a plane, right? You can see the wings going through, and the tail fin, and the contrails start. So we're actually seeing just the reflection of the head of the plane before. Okay, now we're seeing, now it's focused in a wee bit better on the camera. We're seeing the wings, which is like that little grey bar there. Let's see if I can zoom back out. There's a grey bar that going up on a slight angle here. That's the wings. Grey wings underneath a white body plane. Now, this other dot that comes through could be, there's one there. Could be pollen in the air, dust in the air, or it could be just a small commercial plane as well, far away. Or it could be a jumbo jet far away as well. Let's just keep on playing it. So we've definitely confirmed that's a plane. And just by zooming in, and now we've got this one here, which we saw before, and now it's showing up more. So it still could be a plane, could be a piece of pollen in the air, could be one of those spider web things, and it looks like it's closest to the camera
So
though.
let's roll this again. We're going to get a closer look. We see multiple lights appear and reappear moving across the screen, but I'm zooming in closer and slowing things down to highlight this particular object that comes in very quickly. And as you look at it, it seems to pass.
That could be a
behind the
Learjet, you see.
chemtrails, whatever you call it, but it gives size to whatever this.
That could be a Learjet coming in. Kind of looks like it could be another plane, doesn't it? They need to do a slow motion and stabilization. Let's see if it changes. Let's see if I can do a step by step. Was it not working? Let me just get this right. Is it working now? Okay. Right. Let's get on. Should
craft
be.
is. Watch once again.
Yeah, I think it's a plane. A Learjet, probably. What was... Here we go. I use the keyboards. It's less confusing than the thing. Yeah, that kind of looks like it's changing shapes, doesn't it? It's like a plane. Changing angle, heading off towards the airports. Where's it gone? Just hidden in the frame too. Alright, I've got back up here. Looks like it's got wings. Coming down, banking. Again, this is where you have to use the apps. It's definitely not a UFO shape. It's more like a bird shape. Plane shape. And it's changing angle here as it's leveling off now, I see. So we're now seeing more of the side. And of course I keep repeating it. There's a plane banking and we're seeing both wings. And then it levels off. Of course, Google glitches on this.
20
Yeah,
to 30,000
there you go,
feet.
Rotates.
Doc, what's your first
Rotates.
impressions here?
Well, it is. It looks definitely like it's flying
No, it's in front. Definitely flying in front, mate.
behind the trail, the chemtrail, contrail, whatever you want to call it, and that gives it a great distance.
I reckon I could run that through filters and prove that it's in front. But anyway, I'm not going to. I'm not going to bother with that one. But he's wrong. I bet it's in front. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter either if it goes in front or behind anyway. We get an optical illusions.
Beyond this plane, so it has a little bit of scale. I'm seeing maybe like a small jet fighter plane in size, because you're looking at a very larger plane that's...
Well, he's sort of right. It's a small plane, probably jet size, which is like Learjet size. So yeah, Piper.
doing the contrail, and they're a lot larger. So whatever it is, it did go past from behind, so it's far away.
No,
Maybe it's like that.
looks like it's in front to me. If it was behind, it probably would have cast a shadow even.
Yeah, it's good. Doc, we're looking at this closely, and what I find a little fascinating about this, it's not
Like it would have blocked out the light through the contrail, and it would have had like a dark speck passing through
not
it.
traveling in a straight line. It almost takes a dip.
Yeah, it's banking and it rotates. So they can just talk crap about that all they want, but we're done with it. Okay, what are they going to say on this one?
That's right, Brett. And as we're looking at the original footage, before we get to the artist's representation of what he thinks is captured within this authentic video, people are stating that you could almost see some kind of ET or some kind of...
Parrot balloon. Parrots. Parrots. Rendering. Let's have a look at the rendering.
comparison. I think it could be the same craft, and it was mistaken as a witch or some kind of paranormal activity, but this looks like something otherworldly, if you ask me. Again, the gleam of light, you could see something within the craft almost moving around, but then this new photo that has come up from a really cool, artist trying to figure out exactly the design of the craft. And here it is once again. It's very sleek in design. Doc?
Kind of makes me think of Halo.
Okay, look. It almost looks like a parrot head he's drawing there. In parrot shape.
The helmet in Halo, in a sense. But it also makes
So they're trying to say it's like a canopy. And this is like a glass window either side, I guess. That's what they're trying to say.
me think, is this... I mean, we can see it occupies one individual of some sort. Now, is this a scout ship? Or is this maybe an escape pod from a mothership? And he's a little lost. But whatever it is,
Poor parrot balloon, you're lost.
is one of the most compelling videos I've seen in a while. It reminds me also of the technology that the Air Force worked on years ago for the single-man hovering machines or aircraft. But this is slicker.
No.
And I'm just blown away at the zoom that we're able to get this quality. This is what I wish we could get all the time. I know it's not possible, but...
Yes, me too. And then I'll be able to debunk it a lot quicker. Or not debunk it if it ends up being one of those videos that I've received, which I'm not allowed to show you. But, yeah. The real stuff is always covered up, and all the crap ones is what ends up on these channels.
This is by far my top 5 favorites.
Absolutely incredible video. And thanks for having us here, Doc. And I know you had a podcast today.
They should have asked Michael Schrack, because that would have been hilarious to see so-called UFO case expert. He's looked at lots of UFO cases, what he thought it was. I would have been really interested to see what bullshit come out that guy's mouth. Anyone that waits for a third phase is a fraud himself, I'm afraid. End of story.
And we did a little surprise guest show up to it. And let's just take a quick look at that.
That's just ridiculous.
Say that.
Okay. Do we need to bother?
It's a satellite
laughing?
and say this is a UFO and try to convince people. None of that. They're debunking satellites, airplanes, anything they could debunk. They were wanting to, for sure. They were looking for points. We all scattered out in the desert to look around and see if we could see our own thing with our own eyes, with our own small little group.
See, they got a nice big TV, unlike me, and they still can't get it. Anyway, yeah, looks like we're done. But before we go, let's have a look at what Goofon said about these ones, because you'll see that he's not an expert. I think he got the plane one right, but he was saying that airplane one was a piece of debris. Now I've looked at it from my own eyes, and zooming, I would say it was actually a small plane passing a big one. So, yeah, I don't know if we got Goofon linked here whatsoever. I think we did have one for him. Mufon. Yeah, we should check on them too, shouldn't we? See if they're back up and running. Because I really want to go over some of their videos. But, yeah. I wouldn't hold my breath that they fixed it. It should be around about here. And there we go, skoof on. Why can't I see that? Anyway, so he's probably alive now, or was he? So he's talking about the hole there. And let's just have a quick look at that one. Okay, where's the hole he's talking about? Let's see what he said. Alright, so he's having a go at UFO Jesus. I interviewed Lou, apparently. Well, here we go. Let's see. That's what we just looked at.
No, it's just a particulate. This is dust or pollen.
No, you didn't look
Sorry,
at. See,
guys.
you got to zoom in more, and you got to. If you're not really sure on the shape change, you got to look at frame by frame and all that.
No, they're probably watching that. I don't mean to be.
Okay, so at least you didn't say it was a UFO.
There goes one. Here's another one. Here's another one here.
Okay, so it's seeing debris in the sky, but they seem to be more random and moving crazy directions, unlike this other one, which was seemed to be controlled and darker. You know, I mean, they looked, the ones he's looking at look very thin and transparent, but so he's got misled by the particulates.
Here's another one that was going this way. See it?
Yeah, this is mouse
These aren't
cursor that we're seeing
UFOs.
because he doesn't zoom in. He doesn't have the.
It could be.
He doesn't have the skills to set up a zoom like I have here. You know, this is mouse cursor. But yeah, no doubt there's going to be bugs and all sorts flying around.
But I doubt it.
Let's just move on a bit. Where's the?
That is a very
whole-
nice and generous $5
Where's
donation
the whole one?
to Goofon. That it's
Oh, here
this
we are.
was something again.
Let's just go back a bit.
We
So what's he saying about this one?
That's at light. You can see the cars in brake mode. They're looking at it. They can't explain what's going
So
on,
it's
and
car
neither
brake
can
lights, was
I.
it?
And we're here with Doc Skinner right in Sholo, Arizona. Doc Skinner in Sholo, Arizona. We just traveled almost 300 miles.
I've heard all that.
right here. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay,
It-
so there's the answer there. UFO experts, I don't know. Straight away it was full streak straight into my
Must
mind.
be an illusion. It must be smaller than it looks, but the center is black.
No, it's only an optical illusion that it's black.
It makes me think that
There's some cloud
this
in
was
it.
something stuck on a windshield,
No,
right? It was stuck
No.
on the inside to put your phone there or other stuff, and then when they took it off, they
The-
realized what it looked like. Oh, it looks like it's in the sky. But the other cars in the front were stopping, pulling.
so there's your answer from him. And let's have a look at this stupid parrot one again and see what he says. Okay, let's see if we can find it. Is that the one? Must be coming up. Here it is. So what's he
To
going to
yourself,
say?
it's real. No matter how.
Okay,
70%
look,
are taken at night. And when I'm looking at objects that I can't explain, or I can explain, if you look out into the white noise of the video, let's just say that. Now. Pareidolia.
Okay, let's just keep going backwards.
This is pretty good stuff. And
Where does it start?
sighting in broad daylight.
What's getting
Alien
forward?
technology disclosure. That's what I should have put. And I am saying absolutely no. No, disclosure did not happen. And I'll explain why. Where? Where's the evidence?
hidden.
Don't we need evidence? Oh, I see.
Okay, so what is he going to get onto the next one? Can't quite
People in this
zoom in.
story. Intelligent aliens with
Whatever this craft is, but
Yeah, just didn't catch the beginning.
I don't see it. I'm looking for their video. The video? Why? Oh, here it is. This is great. This video is so unbelievable. I'm just going to play it straight through, and then we're going to talk about it as it plays behind on the screen.
look at this.
This
Share
is
it
going to
with your-
blow your faces off completely. They're going to fall right off.
Now, before that, he said it was classic third phase, which is dead right. It is classic third phase.
Can't say, even though you can, but you really can't say it was a mass hallucination. I would love to be a part of a mass hallucination like that. That would be phenomenal. But I don't think we've had disclosure. Disclosure is, in my opinion,
Blah, 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 blah.
undeniable proof
Let's speed him
of
up a
the
bit.
existence of aliens, intelligent aliens with alien technology. That's full disclosure. There's disclosure, and then there's full disclosure. You can't be a little
That's
pregnant.
better.
You're either pregnant or you're not. You either have disclosure or you don't. We do not have the evidence. I've never seen it. You've never seen it. Maybe we have it. Maybe it's in the government underneath a tunnel somewhere on Wayne's property. Who the hell knows? But it's not here. I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm looking for their video. Why? Oh, here it is. This is great. This video is so unbelievable. I'm just going to play it straight through, and then we're going to talk about it as it plays behind on the screen.
Look at this.
This
Share
is
it
going to
with
blow your faces off completely. They're going to fall right off. This has to be. This is classic third phase of Moon. Go.
your third phase of Moon.
Nah.
Well, there you
And I'm
go.
about to do
Classic
this. This is
third
incredible
phase.
sighting in broad
That I
daylight.
agree
Has
with.
been stunned. What's going on over Denver, Colorado? Watch.
Denver Sioux releasing balloons again. Yeah, let's just skim.
Looked like a drone, and again, this 2006 video with
The eye. There might be two little aliens in there. See this one? This one's looking out this way. This one's looking at us. Or this
So he
direction,
sees
or-
two
well, it looks like they're both
aliens.
looking down. See, I see two. Here's the split in the heads. There's one head. Here's the other head. There's one here, and then there's one right here. You can even see the eyes. There's one eye.
I think we missed a bit here,
Oh,
though.
on the other hand, if we're talking that aliens are here, and they get around,
said, people have requested above top secret.
that's crazy. I'm going to play it again, and we're going to talk about it because it's that bizarre. I'll give my
So
two
what's he
cents.
reckon it
Josh
is?
and
Come
Artemis
on.
show with the
Balloon,
member.
has to
Josh
be.
and Artemis show.
Come on, say
Canadian,
balloon.
$2.79 super chat. Disclosure, baby, where are you? I don't know where disclosure is. Could this be disclosure?
Okay, so this is why I don't like these grifters, the Joss and Artemis show, because they're all part of the same YouTube gang online, supporting each other with donations, right? So anyone that's part of this goof on third phase network, not to trust them, and you're just wasting your time listening to them.
Disclosure? I can't wait to play it. Thank you very much. Continuing supporters of GoofOn, obviously. Thank you very much. You guys got like a really good logo too. Looks good. I always like that.
Yeah, I know Alien Scientist has been on there, same deal, and also Truth Seekers, same deal.
Hey, David, again. Member David Wilcox, Canadian $5 support, inflatable yard display. I'm not going to say yes or no, but it could be.
It's not.
If you want to go down the Occam's razor. But I have
Occam's
some-
razor
I'm gonna look
was
in the chat
parrot
and see what you guys
balloon.
were thinking about it. Thank you, David. Yeah, it could be an inflatable yard display or a balloon of some sort. But let me tell you, if that's a balloon, and I've messed around with hundreds, maybe thousands of balloons, it is
Yeah,
very, very,
he says
very,
it's
very
balloon.
hard to get a balloon.
So even
that size to be
Goofon's
stable.
got that right.
Now, I noticed it was kind of spinning in one direction.
But
That's
why
very
would
common.
he say that he sees two aliens? So he's talking about pareidolia.
But it looks like aliens.
Why does pareidolia look like aliens? Because your mindset. That's why your confirmation bias.
There's no way you're going to convince yourself it's real. No matter how many times you look at the video and see other videos from around the world that actually kind of almost corroborate, or it's the same blown up object.
Saying
right?
parrot
It's the same
balloon.
object. That's what I don't like about it. We need to duplicate that. We can't duplicate it.
Yes, we can.
So it goes to the wayside. This video is just really weird. That's a comparative.
Yeah, it's funny how they say they can't do it, but I can. Although I couldn't find the exact parrot balloon, I found ones that were very close to it, and they sort of matched side by side.
I don't know. Very similar. Very similar. I don't know why it would look like this, but does it?
This one looks like it's actually the one with the actual bits coming out the head too. It's really blurry. That's from another video. Definitely another parrot balloon. I don't know if it's in the same area or not. But I'd say they'd be very common, Australia's got plenty of parrot zoos. South America would have plenty. Probably Mexico might even have one or two. And obviously in America they do, because we just looked it up.
Doesn't this look more like this is what an alien pod would look like?
No.
All right. Now, I'm going to see what you...
alien craft would be either one of the basic Mother Nature fundamental shapes. Sphere, half a sphere, which is a dome. Flying saucer, which is a combination of a dome and a thinner dome. 2 domes. What else? Cylinder, maybe. And triangle. So yeah.
You guys are thinking, because I'm going to keep it up there.
So I think we're pretty much done for today. Is there anything else out there we need a quick look over? Alright, let's see if UFO Stalker is alive. Doesn't look good. Still got blanks coming up there. Still not fixed it. Same old crap. It's there, it's invisible, it's a UFO. No, it's a picture with access denied. And this one here with the video, let's have a look. If they fix that one up. Nope, not clickable. Copy video address to a tab. And access denied. There you go. Which is to their cloud server where they're copying it up to. So that guy doesn't realise that he hasn't given public access. Do I bother keep emailing the guy to tell him what he's doing wrong? Or not? I don't know. Seems like a waste of time to me. He should be able to nut it out himself like I just did. Why is it not coming up though? It won't come up when I clicked on it. Right click it, open new tab, it worked. So any updates to it? Site says back. Nope. Any requests? It doesn't look like it's changed since my last post. Still access denied. I can't be bothered going through it all. Not now anyway. I hope other people complain though. It shouldn't really help them out. They shouldn't hire people that are incompetent like that. He's probably on the payroll, that guy. UFO interest, let's have a quick look. There was something he put up. Thanks for answering. People from UK, France, Netherlands and Germany are sharing many pictures and video about what they described as a flying bright ball of light with a small cloud in front of it. It could be the Falcon 9 second stage deorbit burn. And we just saw that again with over Hawaii, wasn't it? Looks very similar, but further away. Whether that's another one, another day, I don't know. Starlink mission, second stage deorbit. So he's found some reference to it. 14th of the 4th. Don't know if the Hawaii one was that day or not. Nothing new, it's just one of old fake videos created by YouTube. Alien planets. Yeah, TR3B. That looks fake. Looks so fake as. Why would anyone think that was real? I don't know, people. You gotta get educated more. It's gonna get harder though. The deep fakes software and all that's getting better. And yeah, the bucket helicopter debunked. In fact, Goofon, going back to Goofon, I think he did actually admit to it at the front as well. I got it on my tweet. I should have used that, shouldn't I? Which one was it now? Might be on this one at the start. Let me just skim it again. Oh, going to push the wrong button straight away. Too close together to the timeline, really. Oh, here we go. Is that the one? Heli?
Full bucket right there.
Isn't that amazing?
Okay, so someone
just
filmed
like
the
it.
same helicopter.
It's wild, huh?
So there's a full bucket of water.
So that's it. You just picked up water. You can barely see the string. The tether. Really, you can hardly see it. And then watch. I hope we get more. It's gonna look like.
But I already debunked it way before these guys with that photograph, right? So where's my $10,000, Blake Cousins? I debunked it for you.
Looks like it's in front of it. Yeah, he's turning it.
Liars.
It looks like it could be even at that.
And maybe you could split it between us, really. I'd be happy to split 5,000. 5,000 to me and 5,000 to Scott Brando that pinned the actual exercise, military exercise with fire buckets.
Angle looks like it could be chasing it, right? But it's not. It's
And
amazing.
there's a house.
It's pretty cool, right? It's amazing
What
how
about this silo right where that cutout
I
is,
was
top of the
very
mountain?
convinced
It's smoldering.
that was an
I think
object
they dropped one.
that was on fire.
And this proves how wrong you can be wrong, goof on. Okay, so he finally admits it. After that last string was hilarious. He was getting angry at everybody, saying it was like the S4 pin. And he was wrong about that too, because he's, what was his name that he attacked? What was his name? Baker. He attacked the guy. He was actually correct. It was actually on Maps and Google Earth. Just like my video shows at the time. But it wasn't a pin that shows up automatically. only if you search on S4 or third phase or whatever. So yeah, not all the pins show automatically. Maybe it's a setting thing, another setting thing. So yeah, what's anything else on his page worth looking at? I think that's it. I think we're done again for another day till more garbage comes out, really. Because I'm still playing around with the camera for New Zealand sky watching, so I haven't had any time to research anything that might be legit out there, or try and get some guests on. I have tried to ask around and I never hear back, so but we had Mike on, King. He had a really good interesting story about aliens, that he may have been even friends with alien hybrids. Go and listen to it if you missed it. But I'm going to wrap up now, guys, since no one's on the side chat anyway. Apart from Gamer saying hello for a second there. Thanks for that. That's good. How many people we got watching anyway? 0. But I don't trust that. It's probably 1 or 2. Anyway. Sorry to do debunk and upset you all again, but someone's got to do it, guys. It's not an alien flying pod, it's a parrot balloon. I'll just disappear now and say good night. Hopefully you learnt something. And stay safe on the roads. I might do a show tomorrow, see what happens. It's pretty cold here now. It's got really cold. My hands are frozen. So yeah, I was hoping maybe we'd have more people join the side chats, but still not happening. End early, I think. So the full close down.